welcome everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Canfield High School for the 7th and 8th grade winter choral music concert. We're delighted to have you here this evening. You will hear tonight over 200 students presenting a variety of music spanning nearly 5 centuries and representing 5 languages. There are thousands of compositions inspired by Christmas and even more by Hanukkah, but not many referencing the season of fall. Thus this beautiful piece called Autumn Vesper with the very descriptive text by the famous English author Emily Bronte as the text seemed to be an ideal way to begin, particularly as the leaves are still hanging on to the trees, as you may have noticed. Anyway, the students will continue with an exciting song for this, the third night of Hanukkah, followed by a rendition of The Little Drummer Boy, some of you may be familiar with, which was made popular by Bing Crosby and David Bowie. And finally, a very challenging arrangement of Jingle Bells, which is fitting for this ensemble of very talented students. Enjoy.
Rosh Hashanah Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
A month or two ago, we thought we knew this song.
But then we saw the music and learned that we were wrong. The melodies the same, the rhythms they are not. The words are sort of different, but we'll give it all we've got. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Jingle all the
Seventh grade choir right there. Seventh grade choir. Well, the seventh graders are exiting for a moment, and Cambiato will now be entering the stage. Just like to take a moment to give you a little idea of the anatomy of these seventh grade boys and their voices. You might be aware of this, parents. This is the most challenging year for a young man vocally I think there is. Let me give a little explanation, and I mentioned this to them very beginning of the school year. So back in the spring, not too many months ago, 6, 8, 9, 10 months ago, most of the boys are still singing what we'll call treble in their high voices. Boys and girls, all of them, most of them sounding about the same, singing the high pitches. Okay, so over the summer, late spring, things change. And as you can see now, we have 6 basses, the guys that are singing really low. We have about 15 tenors, Their voices have changed. They're not singing the high notes anymore. However, we have another dozen boys who are still singing the high notes. And after Christmas, when they come back in January, some of those boys who were singing the high notes now will probably be singing tenor. So it's a constant juggle of the guys. And I so appreciate them. They're also patient. Same with the 8th grade guys. It's just one of those things, one of those times in life where the guys have to be patient. The girls have to be patient with the guys as well because they're changing and making some very strange sounds once in a while. But overall, you heard how hard they worked and what they accomplished. And why don't you give them one more hand for doing all that? Yeah, so it's not easy. Anyway, this is the Cambiato. Let's hear some more music. I guess we should hear two piano soloists, and I should look at the program. I apologize. First of all, we have two young men, and I'll speak about our talented piano players later, but we have two young men who would like to share their piano talents, Timmy Domer and Simon Kovas. Here's Timmy. guys. In front of you now, this is the Canfield Cambiato, a select choir of 7th and 8th grade students from Canfield Village Middle School. It was very difficult this fall because 60 students auditioned to be in the Cambiato. A very good problem, but nevertheless something that is a very difficult decision if you're a coach or you work with students in any way, and they are all excellent, but there's just too many for that particular team at that particular time. However, next year will also be wonderful. Nevertheless, we have 40 wonderful students here. 10 of them are in band, so this is open to any students who are in the instrumental program or choral music program during the day. So thanks to Mr. Volnick, if you're out there tonight too, for your excellent work in the instrumental music department. The students have only been practicing, they've had 10 rehearsals since the middle of September, once a week for slightly over an hour, and they've accomplished much, singing for the Veterans Day program several weeks ago, for the Lighting of the Green, and concerts this week. Please enjoy Canfield Cambiato.
Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, 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 now we go. Caroling, caroling, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, 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 Christmas bells are ringing. Joyous voices sweet and clear sing the sign of heart to cheer. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, 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 caroling through the town. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling up and down. Christmas bells are ringing.
Harky well the song we sing.
Gladsome tidings now we bring. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling, now we go. Caroling, caroling through the snow. Caroling, caroling near and far. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling yonder star. Christmas bells are ringing. Sing we all this happy morn. Lo, the King of Heaven is born. Ding dong, ding dong. Ding dong, Christmas bells are caroling, caroling in town. Caroling, caroling up and down. Christmas bells are ringing.
Lauren Jones and Courtney Prout joining us on percussion.
Dios cuánto el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios cuánto el lobo de nuestra cordera. Riu, chiu, la cuarta ribera. Dios cuánto el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios cuánto el lobo de nuestra cordera. In the frosty air the carols are resounding. On this special day we find joy and love abounding. Bells are brightly tolling the tidings of good cheer. Let us all rejoice at this festive time of year. Riu, chiu, la guarda libera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Shine within our souls the wonder of creation. May the light of wisdom bring hope to every nation. All together sing we this happy roundelay. May we all delight in this festive holiday. Rio, Rio, Ci, la guarda libera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Decorate the tree with bright illumination. Celebrate this day with a song of jubilation. Fill your hearts with joy as we raise our voice in song, wishing Christmas spirit will last the whole year long. Rio, Rio, Ci, la guarda libera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Rio, Rio, Ci, Rio, Ci.
Let's hear it, the Canfield Cambiato. Come on. Yes. Just a moment about the many students who study arts activities outside of the school day. Many piano players, students that study piano privately, that study violin privately, other instruments, many in the instrumental program that study voice privately as well. And I know there are many dancers as well. So first of all, thank you parents for providing the taxi service and the resources and the support for that. This is a great experience for the students, obviously, in addition to the school day. We have a number of students listed in the program that enjoy playing the piano and have also stepped up to do some accompanying. You saw at the very beginning, the very first selection by the 7th grade, Mallory Stilson, always steps right up. And all of those students listed in the program at some point or another help out, step up during the school year, whether we're working on music, helping to learn parts, pitches, whatever it is. And I'm really proud of them, and I appreciate that so much. One more student to play for you this evening. This is Anthony Mazzella.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Teresa Miller. Many of you know me because I have 4 children in the Canfield district, so you've seen me running around to a multitude of activities with my 4 kids. I have 3 of them are in choir, spaced them out wonderfully so that we get to enjoy concerts last night, tonight, and again on Thursday. So I am the newly elected, and I have my youngest will be joining next year, so she's enthusiastic, ready to start. I am the newly elected treasurer this year for the Choir Boosters, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. There's a small group of, a small army of parents behind the scenes that work together as a great team, and we work on a number of activities that keep this train moving along. I am a firm believer in it doesn't help if you just complain about the things that you think aren't going right or the things that are wrong. You have to get involved and help become a part of the change or become a part of the solution. So I encourage everyone to take that step to join and help out in any way that you think that you can. We meet on the second Tuesday of every month in the choir room here at the high school. So our next meeting will be a week from today. We help out in a wide variety of ways. We organize the fall fundraiser, the flower sales. We help pay for accompanists, sheet music, and choir robes. We also organize the choir spirit wear sale, the honor society. Oh, we also honor our seniors every year at the spring concert. But most importantly, we help organize our annual big fundraiser, which is the high school choir's dinner theater. This year it will be held on January 26th. It's titled Cinemagic, and it's featuring songs from many popular movies over the years. They'll be selling VIP tickets in January that will include dinner, which is samples from a number of local vendors, or you can also purchase tickets at the door that are for show only. I took my kids last year. It was a great night out for the family, and I promise you will not be disappointed at the level of talent for these high school choir students. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a great night out. You'll be blown away. I can't stress enough the importance of the arts in the schools and the impact that they have on our children. Personally, some of my most fondest memories of high school happened on a stage. So I think it's very important that we continue these activities in our schools. Every performance, I am struck by the confidence and musicality of these young people as they have developed and they continue to move on in this choral program. Mr. and Mrs. Skurridge put a lot of hard work into each and every brilliant performance that they have orchestrated, as you have seen and will continue to see in tonight's performance. I encourage you to continue to bless our children and this school with the gift of the arts, whether it be through a donation of your time or participation in one of our many fundraisers. After the concert, they'll continue to be selling yard signs for $10, as you can see at the table outside, so you can show your choral pride. Also, if you purchased a poinsettia to help us decorate, please don't forget to pick one up. It has your name on it somewhere. There's a tag hidden inside the poinsettia with your name on it, so you can find the one that has your name if you purchased one. So in closing, I'd like to say it's kind of unfortunate how a lot of our children are getting lost in this technological age that we are living in. So I think it's important that us as parents, we continue to work alongside our school, our choral boosters, and especially wonderful teachers like Mr. and Mrs. Skurridge to help keep the arts in the forefront. It's about continuing and growing the experience of music, creativity, expression, and artistry. I wish everyone a very blessed holiday season.
Before we begin this evening, I just have to stop and say to the middle school choirs, 7th grade, you were awesome. You just rocked tonight. I am so impressed. Yes. Now don't let it go to your head. Just relax, okay? And then Cambiato, you know how I feel. I think you have been just outstanding in every performance you have given, and I've been a part of. So really, I am so excited to see what's coming. 8th grade, I heard you this evening early. All I want to do is see your faces too, to match that sound, because the sound is great. I just can't express how excited I am about what is happening with these middle school choirs, and to know that's our feeder. That is just great, and so we can carry on. This evening, these people in back of me are the chamber ensemble, and they are one of 3 choirs at the high school. Our first selection is from Charlie Brown's Christmas. Christmas time is here. And our second selection is entitled The 12 Days After Christmas. That is a little bit of a different rendition than the 12 Days of Christmas. The true love is not so loving, and the gifts are not so great. So We hope you enjoy that. Tonight's evening, our accompanist is Andrew Kranz. He is a junior in our high school program. Thank you.
Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, but for all that children call their favorite time of year, snowflakes in the air, carols olden times and ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, families drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Oh, round the necks of both the turtle doves. My true love, my true love, my true love gave to me. The third day after Christmas, my mother caught the brew. I had to use the 3 French eggs to make some chicken soup. The 4 calling birds were a big mistake, for their language was obscene. The 5 gold rings were completely fake, and they turned my fingers green. The 6th day after Christmas, the 6 ladies would take. I gave old dark gag to the ASPCA. On the 7th day, what a mess I found. All 7 of the swimming swans had drowned. My true love, my true love, my true love gave to me. The 8th day after Christmas, before they could suspect, I bundled up the 8 maids a milking, 9 pipers piping, 10 ladies dancing, 11 lords a leaping, 12 drummers drumming.
Well, actually, I kept one of the drummers.
And I kept one of the milkmaids. Mwah!
And sent them back collect. I wrote my true love, we are through love. And I said in so many words, furthermore your Christmas gifts were for the 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 geese, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Managing 103 8th graders for 56 minutes every day. The opportunities are exciting and endless. And the challenges are endless also. Seriously, it's a very talented ensemble behind me, academically, athletically, and musically, although unfortunately, some have yet to realize their musical potential and their musical capacity for excellence. You will hear some very skillful choral singing tonight by this team behind me, but they're not even close to their potential yet. The obstacle tends to be something that gets in the way for many of us, being consistent, inconsistency. And if they don't learn anything else this year, I hope they learn and I hope they grow in character. Building their character, becoming consistent no matter what they're doing, whether it's in choir, whether it's in math, whether it's playing athletics, whatever they're doing in front of any people, in front of adults, in front of nobody. Building that character and becoming better and better at what they do. This consistency will help them mature. In approximately 2 months, speaking of maturity, whether you're ready for it or not, parents, you will be scheduling for freshman year here at the high school. That's right around the corner in February. This is a time when there are many options and many activities to consider, many opportunities available to the students. Most of these students behind me will not be professional musicians. They will not go into music as a major. However, some of them might, a few of them. But that's not the point anyway. The point is experiencing the arts and their value, which can't be accomplished anywhere else, and enabling students the opportunity to mature again in their character and to be well-rounded human beings. So I put the challenge to you, not that you have to put music on the top of the list, but I hope you will at least consider putting it on the list. I hope it makes the list. Tonight, we have a variety of music starting off in the 16th century. The students have accomplished this first piece by Michael Pretorius in Latin and German. The vernacular for Michael Pretorius was German, the Latin, the liturgical language at the time. Second piece, also staying in the 16th century, the text by the famous author William Shakespeare, this beautiful, chilling, haunting song called How Like a Winter, his text from Sonnet 87. Then we go to Frank Sinatra, and finally we end up with a montage of some very familiar tunes all thrown together, and we'll see if we come out together at the end. Enjoy the 8th grade choir.
Cristo Dei Filio, Redemptori Domino, Puella Gloria Centi in Presepio.
Ein kleines Kinderlein liegt in der Krippelein.
Alle liebe Engelein dienen den Kinderlein, Musiken ihn fein. Solite, Unigenito, Cristo Dei Filio, Redemptori Domino, Puella Gloria Centi in Presepio.
Ein kleines Kinderlein liegt in der Krippelein.
Alle liebe Engelein dienen den Kinderlein, Musiken ihn fein. Solite, Unigenito, Cristo Dei Filio, Redemptori Domino, Puella Gloria Centi in Presepio.
How like a winter hath my absence been, like a winter from thee.
How like a winter, the pleasure of the fleeting year.
What freezings have I felt, what dark days see?
What old December's vanished everywhere.
Like a winter,
Like a winter,
like a winter.
like a winter. How like a winter, my absence like a winter, a pleasure of the fleeting year.
But summer's and its pleasures wait on thee.
And thou away the very birds are mute.
If they sing 'tis with so tall a cheer, like a winter,
Like a winter, like a winter, like a winter. How like a winter,
like a winter,
how like a winter.
winter.
The leaves look pale, dreading the winter's
Oh my gosh, my golly, it's time for mistletoe and holly. Tasty pheasants, Christmas presents, countrysides covered with snow.
Oh my gosh, my jingle, it's time for carols and Kris Kringle. Overeating, merry greetings from relatives you don't know. Then comes that big night, giving the tree the trim. You'll hear voices by starlight, singing a Yuletide hymn. Oh my gosh, my golly, it's time for mistletoe and holly. Fancy ties and granny's pies and folks stealing a kiss or two as they whisper Merry Christmas to you. Oh my gosh, oh my golly, mistletoe and holly. Tasty pheasants, Christmas presents, countrysides covered with snow. Then comes that big night, giving the tree the trim. You'll hear voices by starlight, singing a Yuletide hymn. Oh my gosh, my golly, it's time for mistletoe and holly. Fancy ties and granny's pies and folks stealing a kiss or two as they whisper Merry Christmas to you, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas to you.
Quick reminders before we depart this evening. Thank you for your support. Those of you that purchased poinsettias, please be sure to come and get your poinsettia. They are labeled. Thank you to Sarah Kovas for all of your work. Mrs. Kovas, thank you so much. So don't forget those. Also, as you are exiting the auditorium, there will be some young ladies who have been ushering this evening, holding some large Christmas stockings. If you feel so inclined and you have some loose change, if you would like to make a small donation to our music sheet fund to purchase resources and other things that we need, be my guest, completely optional. This Thursday, If you love choral music, you can come back Thursday night, see all of the high school groups right here at 7 o'clock, the high school choir concert. And finally, I don't know what, I can't read my writing. Oh, yes, I didn't want to forget. Next week, the band concert. Some of you are familiar and have students in the band concerts. Those are next week. Please check the calendars for the school district for the band concerts. Thank you so very much for your support, everyone. Our final selection, Medley Christmas.
Dashing through the circles with drums of holly, singing Wenceslas, jingle bells, la 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 la. Spreading Wenceslas so proud on the feast of Stephen. Twin snows they round about, keep the peace. Don't we proudly shine a moon at night, la 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 la. Deck the halls with gates of light, la la la. Jingle bells,
Dashing through the snow.
tis the season to keep jolly snow. In a one-horse open sleigh, laughing all the way.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells,
Jingle, jingle, jingle bells,
tis the season to be jolly.
full of fun and making sight. Wheels on bikes,
Wenceslas looked down
what fun it is to ride in
feast of Stephen. Decked halls with boughs of holly, dashing through the snow.
There they are, the 8th grade choir. 8th grade choir right there. Thank you everybody for your support. Happy holidays. Drive safely going home. God bless and thank you for your support. Good night.